Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday.
Isn't about appeasing the crowd.
Hope you're all doing well.
Rather, it's about tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves.
Perhaps you're still digesting if you're in the States here and you celebrated Thanksgiving.
Struggle. Study our perception.
And perhaps you don't care about any of that. I hope you're well, either way. Good to see y'all. Welcome in, Saf and Heidi. Tom is here and he's spending an hour with us. That's freaking glorious. Bunch. Salutations to you. Happy Monday. Paul is calling in from cloudy Maryland. It is cold, wet, and soppy and gray here in Portland. Situation normal. Ooh, so you have complete Ultimate 13 in your cart for $269. Yay or nay? I say yay. What was the last version of complete you had? And Ben is here. What's up, Ben? How you doing, man? Nope, not first, but still first somewhere. Yep. I'm a legend in my own mind. Big love, Ben. Hey, Roku's here. How are you, dude? Happy Monday to you. Okay. Ultimate 11 is where you are at the moment. Then I would say yes, do it. And the reason why I say yes is because in just shy of 1 year, you'll have the opportunity again for about the same price for the next version. The amount of change between that point and where we are right now is not that much, but it will be that much again in 2 to 3 years. Here's the caveat. You have to use your upgrade path or you lose it. If you don't use it within, I want to say 3 versions, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can go a total of 3 versions, and then you lose your upgrade path discount. So anyway, for what it's worth, there's my logic on it. I usually do the update like every other year, and I do it during the 50% off discount sale. So it's like $199 or something like that for the whole enchilada. And at a 2-year clip, you're getting a large number of new instruments to play with each time. So, and effects, because they kind of bias their production each year toward either effect or library, or instrument. So it's in the checkout phase. Awesome. Tom says, I'd love to see a Chris Gear Thanksgiving platter. Oh man. So this year we did pretty chill. It was just the 3 of us, and we did just like a little turkey breast and the traditional accoutrement, but did not make the traditional stuffing this year or cranberry stuff or multiple pies, because we already had a pie in the house. So yeah, very chill, very small this year. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Roku says, I got this for my birthday yesterday, OhmLab, with Ashen scoring cello. I have Ashen. Yeah, I like it. We did a review on this thing like a year ago or something. Anyway, it's nice. It's good. It's good stuff. Some good stuff. And happy birthday, brother. My number one, yeah, no, my command is not working over here still, so we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Oh man, Maybe it's just all commands aren't really working properly at this very moment. Oh, whoa, it appeared twice. They made a movie about my chef days, Pig, starring Nick Cage. Oh no, I've never heard of it. Oh, I am looking forward to more gritty, nasty cello lines, Roku. That is awesome. 35 times around the sun. Nice, dude. We will vote on Wednesday this time around, Ben. Are you putting your hat in the ring this time? Are we getting an official Nano Wires entry? Yeah, that's the other thing. I should have led off with Kontakt 6 because you weren't able to get Kontakt 6 included. You were able to get Reaktor 6 included, I think, in 11. I think is how they ended up splitting that. But they made sure that you weren't going to get them both in that update because everyone kind of plays the same game of like every other year once they're already in. It just makes the most sense monetarily. But they're hip to it because they created the game. So there you have it. Oh, I should also mention early and upfront that I know I owe a handful of you, responses. I've seen messages. I see a couple of DMs sitting here waiting for me in my inbox, and I will get to you guys. I will hit you back as soon as I possibly can. It's just been a little wonky with the holidays is all. But yeah, anyway, with with Kontakt 6, now you're able to plug into basically all of the current libraries that everyone's releasing because it's been 6 only for the past year plus, right? Plus, anyway, you get granular in there. There's a lot of good stuff inside of the new Kontakt. Just no new interface. DJ Empirical in the house. Work meeting starts in 15, but thought I would pop in and say hello. Awesome, dude. Ole. Ben. Okay. Ben, yeah, turkey sucks because it's way too dry. If you overcook it. Yeah, if you cook it improperly, it can be. That's true. But I can say the same about lots of things, not just turkey. So, any tips? Brine it instead of rub it. Another one would be to make sure you're getting a really good hot sear on it. Like somewhere between, well, this thing's going to sit in your oven for a long time. So let's not go too far over. Maybe 400 degrees. Make sure it's really hot. Usually what I do is I get it up to temp, like 350, something like that. And it's sitting there for a few minutes. So the heat's really quite baked in, if you will, right? And then crank it up to 400, toss in the bird, and let it be in there for a few. And then drop the heat down to where it's going to be, which is like 325 probably. And just let it simmer for a while and make sure that you get the entirety of it, of its outside self up to temperature before you drop it down. That way it seals everything. It kind of cauterizes the entire outside, and then you can keep all the juices on the inside. Never regret an NI upgrade. Just so much to dive into, right? Right? Yeah. Javar's here. Yeah, I decided many, many years ago not to do it every year, although that's unfair. I have this kind of alternate experience with a lot of this stuff because so much of it is just handed to me. So I know that's not really fair. Hey, Travis Ferentz is in the house. Welcome in, Travis. Happy Monday to you. Hey, Javar, how's your project going, by the way? Are you just about done with that? And do you think it's going to lead right into something else? No, Tom, Wednesday will be the community challenge day. I should post about it in the Discord. You would never make tracks. You'd just be constantly playing with all the little goodies that it comes with. Oh, man. Paul found his interface. Chris, leaving people on red since 85. Unread. Oh, hell. Oh. Tom, buying some Black Friday goodies. Yeah, they give me free VSTs like they used to give you free textbooks. It's true. I have, and sample packs and just lots and lots and lots of stuff. Like so much stuff that I could never possibly open it and actually get stuff done. You know what I mean? But yeah. Gone for a week, then about another week of work. Okay, Javar. Well, I hope you're having some good conversations about potentials and stuff, right? All right, so I've got a little bit of something to listen to here. So I told Nate that we would listen to this. And he's working on, he said, a fairly big track, so, and wanted some feedback. Check the VOD. Because he's probably not going to make it in for this. And then I want to dip into some modular stuff and see if we can make some more headway on modular clouds too. I have no idea if I will make it to getting something done in time for rewards for this month's challenge or not, but we will see. Okay, a synthwave song with intense dubstep-inspired energy. Still needs a new section, more variation, etc., but happy with the progress so far. Okay, cool. So let's give this thing a listen. Let's see if I have a little text file here. Yes, I do. Sweet. Okay. All right, Nate, I know you're watching this on the VOD, so I'll keep this simple. I think the synth pad feels a bit like a wallflower in this one compared to the other sounds, and I think that it's carrying a lot of the weight of the synthwave kind of feel. And I think that the bass, I know you're going for like the dubstep inspired energy as well, is falling just shy of it without the added like FM formant like active modulation thing. So here's what I would suggest: just more modulation in general, right? Instead of staying fairly steady eddy with all of these different things in their delivery and how they change over time across multiple bars. I think that all of them can use just a little bit of variety in how they're being delivered, and it will come across a bit more organically, I think. Anyway, some more detuning, long form modulation on the synth pad, I think would probably be good. And maybe play with a little bit more reverb just to build a little bit more of the synth wave kind of energy in that, and add a little bit of shine to it too. The pad, that is. And all of the nitty gritty, let's just get a little DM thread going. Happy to help you nail it, man. Alu is here. Hello. Oh, Nate. Nate is here. You just got here. All right. Well, hey, I thought I was just kind of sitting here giving feedback to myself basically while these guys were talking gear in the chat. And here you are. How are you? Gobble, gobble. Sounds good, Nate. Just got here. Good to see your face too, homie. I mean, I know that you're not really here, but I always feel like I see you guys when we're doing this, so maybe I'm a little crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Check out the VOD. All right, so we're going to get into some more of this modular stuff. And this was all, how many did I do of these 30-second notes? Maybe we'll do one more. Oh, I don't think I did any 64ths either. Okay, let's get back into this rig then. The same one, and we'll do one more 30-second. And before we do that, we should listen to what we made. All right. I think I remember. All right, what in the world are we gonna do on this one? I wonder if it would be just too much. I just. Let's go slightly off grid on this one. And let's go back to making this one our main here. Okay, so this will be just slightly off, and let's bring this down. And push this one up just a little bit. Okay, and we'll change up these a little bit. Okay, I'm going to switch these to 2, 3, 6, and Thank you, Nate. Quick shout out to Owen Walters. Thank you so much for the follow as well. All right, let's print this one really quick. Hey, Kwame's here. How you doing, man? Yeah, I have looked at Bitwig, and I like it. Oh, Nate, this is fantastic. I'm just getting caught up with the chat while I'm printing this right here. That's fantastic. You guys are working on stuff together. Yeah, squirrel fishing, right? Yeah, for those who want to play along, squirrel fishing on the reaktor user library. An oldie, but a goodie. Okay. So this will be the last of our 30 seconds. Okay, and then we've got some 64th notes to put out on this one. See what that ends up sounding like here. So maybe we'll do a 2464 on this one. And we'll turn this one off. And head on up to 16 for this guy. And we'll just leave that one around there. All right, let's set oscillator 1 to be the entirety of our chord right now, and let's just restrict this one to just maybe just A and E. A, F sharp, and E, maybe. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, maybe we should set this one to C sharp. All right. I think that'll sound super, super cloudy. Hmm. Tom, are you out of here? Take care, brother. Thanks for hanging with us. Remember when the squirrel just stayed? All right, let's print this thing. Javar, don't you love those moments when you tear something apart to the degree that you have this like rather big epiphany about something so what's the right word? Essential. It's like a cornerstone function or tool, right? Love those moments. Omri's great. Oh, Roku, you are going to love him. He's fantastic. Zamertz, did I just see a Zamertz mention? Hey, there he is. Awesome. Okay, so that is that one. And this is a 1/64th. All right, now let's see about, maybe we'll drop this down to just a sine wave so it doesn't become too much. I love that gazelle. That thing's freaking awesome. Thank you so much, Shiro, for the support and the love. I appreciate it. How do you manage your system files? Oh man, how do you manage and projects? I'll show you. I'll show you in just a moment. That's a good question. And it does differ just slightly when working in my different modes, right? Like working something personally, working something for like one of my own labels, and then one of like these bigger clients or libraries or whatever. I'll show you. It's a good question. Okay, let's open up this one a bit. All right, let's print this one. Your system is a hot mess right now. Let's see if we can fix that. Hey, Ricky's back. Trance in your pants. How you doing, man? Happy Monday, welcome in. And Liv is here. Cardio party. Everybody give Liv a follow. Lots of people filing in. Nice, nice. Excellent. People like to chill. It's little lovely ambient sounds, huh? It's hard to push those 64ths continually through this whole thing. We'll bring this down to about a quarter of this after this one, and then we'll move on. What is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 5 sets of 3. That's 15. Chop each one into 2, and that's 30. We'll see. We'll see. Kind of curious as to what these are going to sound like, these really quick ones, with our processing in place. All right, one more and then we'll check that. And before we do that, let's just take a look at file management inside of projects and stuff. Okay, so one thing that I do is, like, for instance, on these streams, I tend to just kind of follow inspiration and whatever we're kind of into as a group or whatever. So I have a little system of colors that I use to manage production for various things that exist outside of the stream. So, for instance, we might be talking about FM one day, and I might be actually creating content during that stream while explaining the FM stuff, but it's actually going to flow into a product outside of the stream. So then I'll tag that in a certain way. So if you're not yet using things like color tags and keywords and stuff like that, like for instance, if we were to save this as a fresh project, one of the things that I have the option to do is add text tags to it, right? And I think that most operating systems offer some kind of organization like this. So that's a really good thing to take advantage of because then you can just quick, spotlight search that or system search that, depending upon what your operating system is, and find it really easily. And then the other thing you can do is just bring those things directly into your sidebar of your file browser, whether that be a specific color or whether it be a certain tag that you're categorizing into, right? There's different ways in which you can use these simple tools. There are, in a lot of operating systems, there will be an option for some sort of a saved smart folder or a search, which is actually really powerful. It seems really, really elementary, but it's actually really quite powerful. So an example of that would be you're going to spend a day making some snares, right? So as you're bouncing these files, you're color coding them, right? Like let's say you give all your snares red or something like that. And you also tag them with the word snare. So then what you could do is you can create a smart folder or create a search for the tag snare and then save that and then set that saved search or that smart folder into the sidebar of your file browser. And now you have all of your snares with a single click. Now just kind of apply that thought process, right, to anything in the sound world. Or anything on your computer, really. And it'll help you find things a little bit easier. Okay, now, as far as, how do you manage stuff like multiple projects going into one larger project, right? Like, let's say you're creating a big library and it takes you 12 or 15 projects to create just the source material for that library. I tend to work with a nested project workflow, which means let's find an example of this. Let's find, I don't know, maybe one of these bigger. Oh, okay. So here, I'll just click through some randomly. These are really, really old. These are years old. For a deeper shade of X, there was a deeper shade of X and a deeper shade of FX. Let's see here. Modular clouds, for instance, there was a Modular Clouds project, and then there was a Modular Clouds finals, which is when I brought in all of my samples and gave them fade curves and treated them and all of that. And then there was another project for the demo. Anyway, keeping all of these in one place. Let's say I also had a couple of tutorial videos or whatever, or maybe I made a couple of sampled instruments. All of those things I would put in here. Artwork for a release, I would put in here. Just so it's all in one place. And then if I want to move it later, I can do that, and I can do that en masse, and everything will be together. And I would keep those things tagged and color coded if I was working on them. Let's see what else I can find as examples. Okay, so here's one that I did recently for the Marvel pack. where I was adding to other people's parts as well as creating my own. And I just kept each one of those, specifically named. And that's something that I don't shy away from. I try to, like, there's no character limit really, right, on a file name. And I can just extend the view. So if I need to leave myself like a little note or something to help me stay organized in the midst of a bigger project, then I will do that. I will put it all right into the title if I have to. What else can I share about staying organized? Backing up constantly and staying current with your backup, and then maintaining a clone on top of that. But really, it's just getting into the routine of saving things where they should be saved. Like I've got a lot of these, it looks like one folder over here, but inside of those folders are a whole bunch of other folders. Who knows what's, yeah, like this is the whip folder, for instance. Like there's just a bunch of stuff in there, right? So yeah. And if you've got like, specific questions about staying organized, back up the backup and have a remote. Yeah, having a remote is great. The difference between a backup and a clone, though, is really important to understand. A backup is a copy of all of your files. A clone is a backup of your computer. So it includes the operating system, it includes your user preferences. In other words, if you were to plug that hard drive into a compatible computer, right? Like I run on a Mac OS here, right? So if I was to take a clone drive and I was to take it over to my buddy's house, let's say my computer dies right before a show or something like that, I could plug it into my buddy's computer and boot it off of that clone. And it's booting up my operating system, all my preferences, everything is there. It's my working computer. So that's the difference between a clone and a backup. And then having something on remote is fairly essential these days, right? Trailer, welcome in, dude. Happy Monday to you. Gobble, gobble. Zameritz says, I'm starting to record my first videos. No idea where to put the camera. Hanging from the ceiling lights is not the way to go. What kind of videos are you shooting? Ooh, the Gorilla Pod. Yep. Yeah, people get kind of crazy with all their setups. I've done that as well. I'm sure you guys have seen pictures of me like or videos of me like in studios doing tutorials and stuff. And I've never really enjoyed the process because it's just a bunch of blinding lights and I don't know, it all seems so produced. You know what I mean? I'm such a fan of not produced when it comes to like me. Props for saving that Progressions interview audio file. Oh yeah, do you see that in here? Yep, Progressions podcast right there. And then the other thing is to move stuff off of your machine in a somewhat regular basis. Like, and I fail at that sometimes. Like there are some folders in here, like SoundFreaks. Okay, so SoundFreaks has been on pause for a hot minute now. Like it hasn't done we haven't done anything during the pandemic. I should have moved that off my computer. Just because I'm not doing anything with it. And it's probably a ton of stuff. Oh, and there's also the little conversation to have around when you're working through like the ideation process of different types of projects. Okay, so there's some projects will require of you a great deal of extra sound design, right? Because just for whatever reason, you need to create more instruments and you need to create your own custom effect chains and all sorts of stuff, right? And then you want to apply that to a whole bunch of stuff as you work. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll create a project that's just those little things. Basically my presets project where I will go in and I'll create a bunch of different synths and I will create a bunch of different effects chains and stuff, and then I'll save those as channel strips and synth presets or whatever, and then I'll open those in various projects. But I'll keep the mother, if you will, within that same project directory, if that makes sense. And then you're able to access those things within your other projects, right? Like this one right here, I have this channel strip saved as Modular Clouds 2 Squirrel Dream, right? Because I actually created this little version of the squirrel fishing, which you can grab squirrel fishing on the user reaktor library. It is free to download, and so I just made some adjustments to it, right, and saved it. But then I also saved that channel strip in that stream that we did last week at some point, and then I moved it over to this one. So just thinking a little bit more portable with all of your stuff, and then thinking about how you would like to be able to find your things, and then just make that the reality instead of using what has been the way that you've always done it. Just think of the way that you would like to be able to do it, and then just start from today forward doing it that way, right? Because you're going to access the stuff from yesterday and the day before and the day before that less and less and less over time. So Travis is asking, OhmLab, what's your backup software? Do you use something automated or manual only? A couple. So all of my backups are done manually, though I do use Time Machine. I just plug it in. So it's all a very intentional thing. I don't like the automated thing, or haven't historically, because I've worked at such interesting hours, let's say, both day and night, when inspiration strikes. I do less of that now. So I'd probably be a little bit more open to midnight backups, but I'm just not a fan in general. I love in the workplace environment, like if I am commuting and I'm walking out of the office at 5 p.m. every day or whatever, it's fantastic because my work is being saved constantly, and I'm good with that. But here, no, because I don't want anything causing these random CPU spikes in the middle of the day, right? And I don't want to be restricted to not being able to go in and chase inspiration late at night if it's happening late at night. So there we go. Servers are expensive but worth the money, says Sav. Oh, Zameritz is recording videos of him playing gear. Nice, nice. With ET Sidekick. Nice. Tremtai says, Chris, the monthly contest thing, is that due for tomorrow? I posted something for it yesterday, but had some ideas today, but I feel like I haven't slept all night. So I don't want to post the updated version in case it's not good. Oh, yeah. So we're going to be doing on Wednesday, the voting for all of that. So. Yeah, Google Drive does one too. So going back to this question from Travis, so I use Time Machine for backups, Carbon Copy Cloner for clones. And then there are some things like there's like all of the collaboration stuff that I do, like with the audio design desk team, for instance, right? All of that stuff is managed through Dropbox, actually, right? So I can stay synced to folders, and then I can see what all of the composers and sound designers and everybody on my team are working on at any one point in time. And I will actually get, pinged each time they upload something. So if it's mission critical, like if it's we're up against deadlines or something, it's easy for me to track what they're doing and give them feedback in real time if I have to. It's just nice peace of mind knowing that whenever you're saving something, it's already in the cloud. Travis says the automated thing scares the shit out of me. I'll manually change a folder name just so there's no deletions on my backup. Yeah, right. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, whatever way that makes sense for you is the way that you need to be doing it, right? Definitely can't stress that enough. And seeing how differently different people's brains work, right, and how well that works for everyone, it's taught me over the years not to push anyone in any one direction for these things. But it really is good to make use of and take advantage of the workflow tools and shortcuts that have been built into your operating system, like using colors and tags. Like the colors are an incredible, like a profoundly great visual navigation tool, right? Because at a glance, your mind is capable of processing immense amounts of stuff in a millisecond. So putting in front of it a quick little blink of, a snapshot, if you will, of where you are in the scheme of things, right? Like how many projects do you have that are incomplete and need to be completed within the next 3 days, for instance? Green means complete, red means incomplete, and yellow means almost there or something. And you've got like 50 projects and they all have a color. It's pretty easy to see where you are progress wise, right? And then the same thing goes for the tags. Like if you wish you could find these things later, call them something. Like call them whatever makes the most sense, and make sure that everything in your project, everything that's involved in that entire workflow from beginning to end, gets tagged with that thing, right? So like if I need to, I can type in output, and everything that I've made for output, whether it be, invoices or sounds or presets or whatever, they're gonna come up. So. Yep. Yep. Yeah, trim ties, and that's a good way to stay organized, right? By department, if you will, right? Just to help compartmentalize all that stuff. Absolutely. Cardio says, when you describe it like that, I'm not sure I want to see all those unfinished projects just glaring at me with their little folder icons. Well, it's very different. Like it really depends on what your work is and what your goals are with your work, right? Like if you don't have to manage a whole bunch of different clients, or ongoing projects, right? If you're solely dedicated to making music, then you really don't need any of this, right? You need a way to keep tabs on things that you feel you might revisit at some point. But other than that, I mean, back your shit up. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple if all you're doing is just making music because, um, for the most part, something ends when you're done with it. If you're working on an album, you stay organized within the construct of that album, right? Or if you have something bigger like what Andremi has been building, there's a lot of stuff to keep track of and to create continuity through. So you'd have to build some systems. But if it's just making music, then in my opinion, it's really easy. There are some days when I'm like either just waking up or I'm just falling asleep that I have this like very strong desire to just going back to just making music. Like, what if I didn't do any of this stuff and all I did was make music for like a year? How amazing it would be. Like, how comfy that would be. A minority report style for samples. A minority report style browser for samples. Sorry, my bad. Well, you have that. You do. If you leave your sounds, let's see if we can set this up really quick. Find some really short, quick sounds here. So if I go into gallery, and then I just use my swipe, if I go into preview, and then I use my swipe, how do I do this? Yeah, it needs to all be driven through AR though, right? Yeah. Be nice if it could just be done. Ideas, yeah, absolutely. Call them what you need to not feel hung up on it, but you shouldn't ever feel bad about walking away from an idea, because it's just an idea. Like, you're gonna have a million of them in a day. If you were to sit down and actually think about all the stuff you're actually thinking about, there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's nothing wrong with walking away. Beethoven called his folder symphonies. Hey, and Dremy is here. Ooh, Saf has his stuff sorted by year and months. Well, it all depends on what kind of person you are, Saf. Like, for you, that's no biggie. I keep all of my, like, when I had my entire music collection on shelves in the wall, or like in the living room up against a wall, which I don't currently. I almost all of that space is dedicated to 4-year-old, 5-year-old accoutrement. It was all alphabetized, so I could actually find it, and people would give me shit for that all the time. Like, but how else are you going to find it if it's not alphabetized? I have thousands of albums. Like, it would be a god awful thing. It would be an absolute mess. Okay, so what Indremi has put here, this 001 group underscore name subgroup blah 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 blah. Yeah, I do. I have to do a lot of that for a lot of releases, and it's just the way that it is. It's not like, that's just, yeah, that is quite literally just the way that it is. It's that you're going to have a naming convention everywhere you go, eventually. Right? It's about inventory and managing inventory. And it depends on exactly how big your inventory is and what you're wanting your inventory to be capable of. But this is just a normal average progression of things, if you really stop and think about it. Because there's got to be a way to keep track of all of these different things. And then they've got to be able to plug into the different systems. Yeah, so each system might have different requirements. So they're going to have different naming conventions, as you can see. And organizational requirements. Like a product number and a sound type. Yeah. Javar says, you had that thing a few months ago that was colored dots and you could just move through them to hear the different samples. Yeah, so that's called EXO. And it's a tool that's made by XLN Audio. And it's amazing. It is absolutely next level awesome stuff. And there's other tools that are like this as well. There's one called Atlas. There's a few actually. But these are like the next generation of tools, because this isn't just a browser of sounds. It's also a sequencer and a whole bunch of other things. And if I was to plug in a hard drive right now, I would add instantly probably like another 80,000 drum sounds or something like that, that it would just instantly map onto this. But it wouldn't become overwhelming, just simply because of the way that the whole thing is put together. I just found a whole bunch of my 404 sounds. This thing's freaking awesome. But yeah, anyway, anything you need to do to stay organized, and everyone's going to be a bit different. So there's not going to be like one all-in-one solution for anyone. As long as you just kind of plug in to whatever system you like or you're able to build for yourself, and then stick to it. If you persevere, anything will evolve well over time. It really will. Yeah, Zamir, it's constantly reorganizing vinyls, but that also keeps you in touch with your vinyls, right? You keep your finger on the pulse, so to speak. So, yeah. And Adremia brings up a good point. Ableton users, make sure you collect and save before you name, move, rename, throw it into the fire. Drumtie says, I do a lot of weird recordings of melodies, riffs, or something because inspiration hits at weird times, and I believe in not letting bad melodies die. And I remember having a bad melody, or I remember having had a melody in my head and forgot to record. And by the time I get home, I've hummed it to myself so many times and changed stuff around that it's a completely different melody than when it first hit me. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. It's just the nature of the beast, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Dremia says things to keep in mind. The larger the folder, the longer it takes to access. Might want to create subcategories. Absolutely. Yeah, Roku. Are you talking about XO? It is drugs. Oh, and it's half off for the rest of the day. Anything that XLN makes is great. They're also the makers of RC20, and they're also the makers of what's their drums? Is it Addicted Drums? Yeah, they do a lot of really good stuff. They really do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Drum ties, take care, brother. All right, how many of these do we make? Do we make our third 64th note yet? I think we were just about to. All right, so this one, let's take this up to like a 4. Yeah, Andremia. Yeah, anytime you're like crossfading between brands or anything like that, absolutely, it's hard. And yeah, Roku, it's hard to argue against Stephen Slate for sure. For sure. All right, let's get our notes selected here. All right, let's go ahead and print this one. Got some random Sleigh Bells libraries in my folders. Don't judge. Me too, Roku. Me too. This one does have a lullaby feel, doesn't it? See what all these things sound like once we put them through a proper chain. Oh man, that's so impressive when people can pull off like amazing feats with instruments when they are limited in some way in their body. Ooh, love me some Zelda, Roku. I mean, who doesn't? All right. See what that sounds like. Let's turn on all of our goodies here. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yes, Paul, I can. Yeah. Yeah, I can. And I was quantizing this whole thing. All of these that I've bounced so far, these are all in F sharp minor, to be specific. And it's spanned across those 4 oscillators. Yeah, that's the beauty of this ensemble is that it's just so it's easy to be either completely chaotic and random or highly specific and intentional. That's great. Some 30-second notes here. I like E minor too, Javar. That sounds pretty good. Some Stranger Things vibes in this one here. All right, so I think what I might do for this, I've just had a nice idea. I think I might actually treat this one like I would a larger library, in that what we could do next is break out individual elements. So for instance, if we were to take this back down to quarter notes and just focus on one of these guys, and let's make it oscillator 3 for right now. Set this up as a quarter note clock here. Yeah, I think this might be a fun idea. So basically, it would be, you have this collection of a whole bunch of stuff already sequenced out and layered together and whatnot. And as long as everything stays within the same key, then layering these individual elements would actually be quite fun. Let's see what this might sound like here really quick. Hey, Becky, and a crew of 19. Welcome in, folks. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're all doing well. We're playing with Modular today, and we're making beautiful, beautiful stuff. And it's all going to sound kind of like this kind of stuff. And this kind of stuff. And this is all in hopes of creating a fantastic follow-up to the ever so popular Modular Cloud sample pack that was released, I don't know, few years ago now. Flynn, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Anyway, that's what we're doing here. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you get a free sound pack every month. You can hit the Discord to find that free sound pack each month. This month, that free sound pack is the aforementioned Modular Clouds. Previously mentioned. Anyway, back at it. All right, so I was thinking through this concept of just doing the individual stems, a few of each. So if we start off with just oscillator 3 quarter notes here. And we would probably want to bring this way up. And this is the entirety of the F sharp minor scale here. And let's not make it so rigid. Let's do like maybe 1, 6, 41, 27, 33, and how about just a 50 in here? Roku! Thank you so much, homie. I appreciate you. Yeah, blocks is so fun. Becky, thank you again. It's good to see you in here. You have a good weekend? How was your stream? Just Shiro is saying, check you the feedback knob in the bottom left of Rift. You can get some really cool modulation in there, which I think would be a great use case for what you want. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Roku says, I'm still working on my EP. OhmLab, it's coming together slowly. Here's the first 17 minutes if there's some time to listen to it tonight. I shared it in public feedback. The project has become really daunting. I'm on 180 tracks plus for this section. Boom! Oh, nice. Nice, Roku. Oh my goodness. Terrifyingly good? Terrifyingly awesome? How you doing, by the way? How are your iron levels currently? It was actually nice. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I hope that it was some quality bacon. You know, you come over here and you order bacon and it comes on top of a maple bar. In some places. That's a donut, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, it can be kind of tough to get it back up, right? I'm glad you're feeling better, though. I mean, I know you're not like 100% all the time right now, but I'm glad that you're trending better. For sure. Was it with a side of cheeseburger? Work your way up to it. Maybe some good old-fashioned fish tacos. Then again, this might seem a little bit too random just to bounce. I don't know. These things might sound incredibly cool once they're all strung together. Maybe we should just print a couple of these and find out really quick. All right, no time like the present. So this is going to be quarter notes. Yeah, let's make it a little more exciting if we're just going to test this. Let's do 16th notes. Let's see what this sounds like. And maybe we'll restrict this to what? This. Sure. Okay, so we'll call that. We'll print this. Bacon bits go down easy. Hmm. Is there just a preference not to be ingesting meat, Becky? Trying to appreciate my full belly of ramen over here. What kind of ramen, Roku? Okay, so I guess we'll call this new area, or this new batch, stems, maybe? All right. Let's close this for a second. Get rid of that. And we'll bring this down here, and we'll call this 1/4. But we're going to put this inside of a new stack. And we'll just call this stems, I guess. And we'll leave it muted as well. And get back here. Pull this bad boy back up. And we'll just turn off, effectively, oscillator 3 for right now. And go back into oscillator 4. And let's hook up a few here. Let's do like maybe 16... boy. 2452. And let's open this thing up just a little bit so this sings over the top of the other one. And let's make this a sawtooth. And let's bring up our volume a bit. Okay, and if this is going to really blend well with the other, we keep B, G sharp, and D. Maybe we'll add A in there really quick. Okay, cool. We'll run with this as our little test. And we'll record this. Have we ever known Roku? This is what happens when you start anthropomorphizing your food. All right. Let's just see how these two things play together. Actually, let's put them inside of this other stack really quick so we can listen to them with a bunch of processing on them too. Now, why in the world did it just do that? Okay, so these are my guys down here. Come on now. Get back up in there. Okay, so this is my other quarter note. See what these things sound like with a bunch of this stuff on it. Oh, we got to get the volume levels in line. Okay, yeah, so I really like this idea. I love the concept, and what we're going to do is we're going to keep these. We'll do dry and wet, but we'll do smaller chunks. So we'll do like maybe a 16 bar of all of the combined ensemble output. So there'll be a whole bunch of those. Maybe we'll do half and half, like 25 of each or something. And then the rest will be these wet and dry short bits that can be looped and layered in a whole bunch of different ways. Are you recording your slurps for a new library? Yeah, watch out. The beaks can tear a drumhead, dude. See you later, Becky. Take care. Thank you so much again for the raid. Roku says, OhmLab, now I'm curious. Could you put down the levels of all the tracks at the same time and unmute all of them? I'm interested in the chaos that will happen. No joke. Oh, yeah, we can totally do that. Here, let's take all of these. We'll unmute them. I'll just bring them down to here or so to start. It's some pretty interesting stuff. What if we take all of that way down? And then we add these two stems up on top. Yeah, imagine if you could pan each one to a different spot, right? Yeah, spend a little time on the EQ, Roku. Really dial in the processing. Yeah, you're right though. It's an entire installation. It's and like nonstop constellations. It's badass. Thank you, Roku. I don't think I would have done that. Yeah, now put envelopes on all the tracks in VCA. Send each track to a different speaker, right? Right? Yeah, talk about immersive, huh? Okay, cool. So this gives us a definite direction for all of this. This is great. This is great. Okay, so inside of stems, we're going to put this guy. And this guy. I guess I lost my stack there. Okay, so these will all be stems, just to keep this all separate. Okay, cool. So, oh, and those weren't quarter notes. These are 16th notes, right? Cool. Okay. So on to the next then. Let's do more of like a supportive thing with these two. So we'll set this up to maybe be like 4 and 12. And then we'll say 27 is fine. And maybe something like 62. And A, F sharp, and D. Let's toss in a G sharp there. And we'll bring up our volume. Okay, so we'll do this one. Inverted. Reset this. And let's print this one. So this was oscillator 3. This one was oscillator 4. Roku, that sounds awesome. That sounds great. Okay, so now we've got 3 different parts, and this was oscillator 1, so we'll call this one 16ths and OSC 1. And just to listen to these, see what this sounds like together. Cool. Okay. Next, we got oscillator 2. Okay, we're going to bring this one up. And triangle's fine here. All right, cool. Let's print this one. You guys want some one-shots too in this new collection? All right, so this is oscillator 2 here then. So 1/16 OSC2. All right, and all mixed together. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. This is starting to shape up here. So now we just need to kind of go through the same in each one of these individual divisions so we can get some stems for each one of those. And then I guess the question is one-shots. Do we want to include some one-shots too? And the answer is probably yes. Probably yes. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll capture one of each of the waveform types at different octave ranges. Maybe do like 4 different octaves. Yeah, okay. Easy enough. So this is going to be a much bigger collection than Modular Clouds 1, because I think Modular Clouds is just 50, I think. Well, just. I think each sample is a minute long or something. Yeah, 50. So this will probably be more like 100. But I love you guys, so it's worth it. Ricky just says yes. Yes to the one-shots. All right, let's do some fours. Fours just seem so boring to me right now. Let's do eights first. Hey, wait, why don't I have audio here? What's going on here? Oh, right, of course. We're doing channel 3 only. And let's do sine wave on, or triangle on this one maybe. And let's switch this up to be okay, so move this one up. Maybe just a little bit less FM on this. All right, so this is going to be our first run at eighth notes then. Let's print this. Isn't that nice? You can just change your lighting to a different color now, Heidi. Welcome back, Stephen. We are currently bouncing the individual stems here. Yeah, go to where the money is, right, Paul? All right, so this is an eighth note, and this is oscillator 3. Let's hit 4. And again, we'll leave 4 kind of extended a bit. Let's say we're going to go 20, 24. Cool. And we're going to change this up a bit. I think that's probably going to be okay. So we're just going to print this. Oh yeah, Fibonacci sequence, huh? Maybe we'll bake that into the next bounce here. Fibonacci for life. We'll bake in some golden spiral, some Fibonacci, some pi. We'll unlock all the secrets to the universe. All right, so this is oscillator 4. All right, so we've got our Fibonacci sequence baked in here. Let's do this on a triangle and a little less FM. All right, cool. Let's call this good, and we'll print it. Oh, 23, not 22. Whew. Just in the nick of time, man. Thank you, Paul. Here, here, Heidi. People actually giving good service. Don't forget, if you are currently subbed to this Twitch channel, you get a free sound pack every month. You can grab that over on the Discord. Whatever you're inspired to make, you come back and you submit it in the monthly community challenge, and you get another free sound pack and a chance to win other stuff. Just for fun. No strings, no hooks, no catches. Just fun. We vote on Wednesday this week to see which of the things that were cooked up we liked the best. This is oscillator 1. And our current defending champions are Paul and Heidi, Parotola, and... Hey, Ricky's here. Hey, Travis Ferentz, huh? So Purple Pros and Paul Artola are the defending champions, so they will hold the tie-breaking vote and will be on the show on Wednesday. I need to connect with you guys. Make sure that we're all set for that. All right, we're going to do oscillator 2, but that is coming up in just a couple of days. So if you're wanting to participate, make sure that you get your track or whatever you've created, whatever you were inspired to make sure you get that posted to the Discord in the monthly community challenge submissions channel before we vote on Wednesday. We usually start that process around 12 noon on Wednesdays. All right, back to the business at hand. Let's do... let's do something like this. And let's also just change our scheme here a bit. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to add just a bit more FM on this. And we're going to print this. Nice thing about having these all separated out as stems is that now you can start to mix and match like the 8th notes with the 16th notes and the quarter notes and the 32nd notes. I don't know how many of you out there have the polyrhythm pack, which is a MIDI clip pack. But it would be fantastic to use with the one-shots from this pack, because you can start to layer MIDI clips in fantastic ways and serve up polyrhythms in a GIF. Super awesome. Saf, yeah, you have the polyrhythm pack, so you'll be able to make really good use of all of these. Ooh, I like how sparse this one is. It's going to sound really good in a bunch of reverb with some delay on it. Chrome 44, huh? Oh, nice, Saf. Nice. Yeah, I gotta love it when your polyrhythms are made easy. Okay. So that is the end of that set. Let's see what those ended up sounding like together. That's OSC 2. Yeah, let's see what those guys sound together. A little rigid without all the processing, but it's all right. It'll get there. All right, let's put all of these up inside of here. Excellent. You're retired from middle school stage lighting consulting. All right, I guess we've got some quarter notes. I don't know that I really feel like sitting through quarter notes right now, so how about 30-second notes instead? Honestly, what I'd really like to hear is what some of these sound like mixed together. Let's do just some supportive ones. And let's, for right now, I guess, copy over these guys. Okay. Now let's just play a couple of these supportive ones together. Yeah, those mix together in some pretty fantastic ways. Just feel happy now. That's good. That's a good side effect. All right, cool. Let's go record a couple of 30-second note stems here. Oh yeah, I bet you could do that, Paul. All right, so starting on oscillator 3, let's just go back and forth between what, like A and E? Or A, D, and E? Okay, that sounds pretty good. And what if we add one random one in? Let's do it halfway through. No need. All right, let's record this. Okay. There's that. This is 1/32 notes, and this is OSC 3 to start with. let's dip into oscillator 4. And for this one, let's start with maybe 16. $36 and $58 this time. All right, so we're going to change this up. Go B, G sharp, E, D. All right, we'll call it that good, and we'll print this. Hey, Zeep, welcome in. Yeah, it's pretty badass protocol. Absolutely. Oh, nice. How was the sublab stream today? We've just been chilling here doing a bunch of modular stuff. We figured out the entire concept for Modular Clouds 2. It'll be way more badass than Modular Clouds 1. It's going to have loops, stems, and one-shots this time around. Recording some random output for stems currently. All right, cool. Oops. All right, so 1 30-second note, and this is oscillator 4. And this one gets brought down. Wait. Ha! This one gets brought down. All right. His stream was good. Excellent. Good, good, good. This ain't your dad's Modular Clouds. Skateboards away. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I'm going to head into my browser really quick and see who is on right now. Because I'm going to have to step into a meeting here shortly. And I want to drop you guys off somewhere fun. Let's go find something fun together really quick. Da, 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 da. Thank you for all of the follows and subs today. Thanks again, Becky, for the raid. Appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Who is on? Oh. Not a ton. Da, 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 da. Well, I'm not seeing a bunch of music folks, so let's go over to Oyasumi Uni. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just go say hi, see what she's up to. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging with me. I'll see you again on Wednesday. Don't forget, it is Community Challenge Day on Wednesday. We will vote and we will listen to all of the amazing things that you guys have created over the past month using the Modular Clouds sample pack. I will see you on the flip, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. Big love. Peace out.
I like sleeping at my desk, but game is like, good morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, it's fucking loud, dude. Uni's not programmed for failure. Exactly. Welcome on in, friends. Howdy, my name is Oyasumi Uni. I'm a digital artist. I am currently doing some Minesweeper, as a break. As a little bit of a teensy break. What were you up to? Let me see. Music! Ooh? Would you like to share what you were producing? I'd love to see. We'd all love to see, actually, though. Correct. Here. While we wait, I have my social media that you can follow me on, such as my Twitch, if you haven't followed already, my TikTok,